So, babe, you pretty excited about Black Friday this year?
Yes, I am.
How come?
Bourbon County.
Bourbon County Stouts. Man, let's check out this lineup. Alright, babe. The lineup came out today for the new Bourbon County Stouts. It's going to be released on Black Friday this 2021, and I'm pretty excited about it. You know how big of a fan I am of these things. Hanging out with the 21090 guys and all that stuff. They turned me onto the Bourbon County Stouts. I will say that of all that I've had, the 2020 base has been my favorite. I have not got to partake in a whole lot of variants, but the Cafe Diola was my favorite variant from last year. I really do. I know we talked about doing a blind taste test, and I think we should do that. Like, I should line up some of these stouts and have you label them, see if I can pick out my favorites.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let me get this microphone a little closer. Alright, so 2021 Bourbon County Stouts. First up is the just base, and it's going to come in at 14 point. First up is the base. It's going to come in at 14.4%. So a little bit less than last year. I think last year's was 14.6. But supposedly it's the same barrels that they used last year. So, and the 2020 base has remained my favorite beer that I've ever had. So I got high hopes for this one. The 2019 was awesome. The 2018 was really, really good. Like, the 2018 was right there in the running with the 2020, but the 2020 base model is my favorite. So high hopes for the 2021 base. Next up, they're doing a cherry wood stout. Now this one, they're doing some kind of weird honeycomb cherry wood flavor mix, and so this one I think is going to have a really interesting taste. But the thing that I do like about it is it's pretty much it's still just a stout in whiskey. Nothing too crazy about it. I think it's just the wood that they use is going to give it a different flavor. So next up, now I'm super excited about this one, but I'm telling you, I don't think that I'll be able to find it. I hope I can find it. This is the Bourbon County Reserve 150, and this is in Goose Island. Goose Island.
Old Foster.
They have barreled this in Old Forester barrels, and Old Forester is one of my favorite whiskeys. And this one's coming in pretty heavy hitter at 15.6, and I know you're excited by that last word. It says flavors of chocolate, vanilla, and coconut. Now, I'm not a big coconut fan. As a matter of fact, I hate coconut, but for some reason these stouts that have the coconut notes I really do enjoy, even though I do hate coconut. Next up, this is probably the one I am most excited about, because it's the double barrel toasted barrel. Now, I've not got my hands on the Elijah Craig toasted barrel yet, and I really want to try that. But this has been double barreled in Elijah Craig toasted barrels, and this one's coming in at 16% alcohol, and I think this is going to be the heaviest hitter of the bunch. And this is the one, like, I will have to travel far and wide to find this one, but this is the one that I am most excited about right here. Then we got the Bourbon County Blanton's Reserve Stout. I've never had Blanton's. I think it's a kind of a fancier whiskey, fancier drink. Mm-hmm. So I would be, it's got the notes of chocolate and oak, and for me, that's awesome. It also has it's got some clove in it, and nutmeg and cinnamon. So I almost think this is going to have like that like that astronaut status kind of cinnamon taste to it. So this one I think will have an interesting taste, but I'm way more excited about the Elijah Craig, and this is coming in at 15.4, so another heavy hitter. Now this is one everybody seems pretty excited about, and
even me,
even you, and you don't like stouts at all, yeah, but everybody is pretty excited about this one. And Goose Island, if you're listening, I would really like to try this one because I think it's really going to be hard to find. But this is basically, they are not adding this to cola. They are using their own recipe of spices to make this taste like cola. And this is coming in at 14.1%. And honestly, I'm pretty excited about trying this one if I can ever get my hands on it. The Bourbon County 14 Stout. So this one is it's going back to the 2014 recipe. So this is the 2014 recipe for the base, and I've never had a 2014 Bourbon County Stout, so I'd be pretty interested to try this one out. Now they don't have the alcohol content on this one. But I think it's probably going to come in at 14 point something %. But since I've never had a 2014, pretty excited to try that one. And this is now this one I think is going to be really, really hard to find. Yeah, it's a Chicago exclusive, so you're going to have to live in Chicago to find this one. This one is got strawberries, vanilla, and coconut in it. So, I know this is only a Chicago release, but the strawberries, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not too excited about having strawberry flavoring in my Bourbon County Stout. But so that's the lineup right there.
there you go.
All right. So I'm really excited about this lineup. There's a couple of different flavors out there for these things, but it seems to be very whiskey and stout forward this year, which is right up my alley. Mm-hmm. The double barrel Elijah Craig toasted barrels, man, that's
and the cola one.
The cola one's the one you're looking for. I'm looking for that double barrel, and quite honestly, as much as I love all the variants and stuff, I am just super excited to get my hands on a base, just a 2021 base. All the variants and all the other stout beers and the barrel-aged beers I've tried have been awesome. I've loved them all. Well, there's a couple I haven't loved, but I'm a big barrel-aged stout guy now. Thanks to my friends at 21090 for getting me into this. Because I've never tried one before last year, right?
Yeah.
And so I got into Bourbon County Stouts. But the 2020 base model of the Bourbon County Stout has been my favorite beer since the moment I tasted it. And luckily I had tasted a few other barrel-aged stouts before I actually tried that Bourbon County Stout. But so when I got to 2020, I realized how much better it was. I know a lot of my friends that I've kind of got into this, they immediately did the BCS 2020, and it's all kind of downhill from there. It's hard to live up to that beer. But I'm super excited. The toasted barrel, the reserve, and the base model. That's the three I'm excited about. Marcedale is very excited about that cola. And
I'm not a stout person.
Yeah, she doesn't even like stouts, but she's super excited to try that cola. I'm just super excited to go out and hunt for these things, and they're hard to find sometimes. The variants are. So I'm hoping that the base model, the 2021 base, just brings it in, and because I know I can get those. But I'm down to my last 40 or so Bourbon County Stouts. I think I've got like 25 2020s left, and a few 18s and a few 19s left. I love them all. can't wait to add to my collection this year. Bourbon County Stout, man. Black Friday.
Yep.
Go get you some of that. Love y'all. We'll see you in the next video.